The next four movements explore a form of forward release of the spinal column, and two of the movements you have learned in the first section. In this section, the movements are called forward suspension, a forward release, scroll, and full forward release. And all together form a body of expression or release of the whole spine as a forward mandala. Okay, so I'm going to do those four movements without stopping from the last movement, which we have ended in moon and then in heaven. Yeah, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the forward release. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Swinging spirals. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Scroll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full forward release. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first of these four movements is called the forward suspension, and you have learned them in the first section as one of the three releases, the heaven release. Okay? And it begins in heaven, which is completing the last movement of the descending, ascending spring and moon, and then in heaven, and it goes into encircling the spiral, and then suspended balance to release the spine, and entering foundation and unfolding through infinity's gate to heaven. So in this motion, you already have learned a lot about the encircling the wave through all the practice. And encircling the wave, as the wave comes into you, you release the spine and the angles in which the arms are moving in space, allowing the vertebra then to be able to remain inside of its own unity as a suspended form without having to grab in order not to fall in gravity. So the idea is that the encircling wave suspends the spine so it can extend itself until it arrives to the suspended balance. Okay, so the movement begins again in heaven. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, encircling the wave. 4, 1, and 2, entering foundation. 4, and now infinity's gate to heaven. Remember all the time that heaven then becomes the beginning of the motion forward. It's a forward release of the spine. 1, 2, encircling the wave. 4, count 2 is the suspended balance. 3 and 4 entering crown. Foundation is 1. Infinity's gate into heaven. The second movement, you already learned it also as the last movement in the first section, and it's called the forward release. It's only that this time, instead of doing it in 8 counts, we do it in 6 counts each time. Yes? Wonderful. So we begin again in heaven. The second movement, called forward release. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Another release of the whole spine. 1, extended. 2, 3, encircling the wave. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this movement is different than the first movement, because in the first movement we become a circle. So in the first movement, the whole spine encircling itself to suspended wave or suspended balance before it brings the movement back. In the second movement, you are extending the whole spine, and the arms arrive to a placement of infinity where they are on the floor. So again, I'm going to do the first movement and then the second movement, followed by the second movement, so you can see the difference of it. Okay? Start and heaven. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Second movement. 1, 2, 3. And now the extension of whole spine. This is count 2. Swinging. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, the second movement. 2, 3, 4. Release through the spine. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. I'm going to do those two movements again, and I want you to notice that in the first movement, the arms, the function of the arms and the forward suspension is actually the arms are accompanying the curling of the spine in order to adjust itself to arrive in its full circle in the suspended balance. So the arms are not as open as the second movement, because in the second movement, the forward release, the arms are reaching much more outwardly, and then the encircling wave suspend the spine as I extend it completely to infinity in the arms to find the full extension of the spine. So in the first one, the spine curls into itself to provide an opening, and the second one extends. So I'm going to do the two of them, see the difference in that detail. Okay? Starting the stanza, heaven, 3, 4. 1. See, the arms are accompanying and suspending the circularity of my spine. Now the spine is like a little ball inside of me, extending through, not closing in, but extending through, and then entering the spiral foundation. And now the second movement. See, much bigger here. And now how big is the full release of the spine? You see, this is count 2. Now the swinging is much larger. 2. Beautiful. The first movement again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Suspended balance. 2. Encircling the spiral. 4. 1, 2. Second movement. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Reaching through. 1, 2. Swinging. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Heaven. Wonderful. Wonderful. In the second movement, after the arms reach and come into a diamond to suspend the solar plexus and the chest, there is a second movement in which the spine is starting at the hip, releases the whole curve, the free curves of the spine and the extension. So I want you to observe that moment, the moment in which the diamond suspends the heart, the solar plexus and the chest, and then the second spiral in which the spine releases. So I'm going to do this motion twice. The second movement called the forward release. Okay? 5, 6, 7, and heaven. 1 and 2 is that's the suspended diamond. You see, right here the suspended diamond suspend, and now it's the wave. 1, 2, extending all the way forward, and now 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, releasing through. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.